Oh, hello there. We need to do like a barber shop quartet of hello there's.
A
Um,
Barbara shop
or
quartet.
Barbara shop. James just shit his
Hello there.
pants. That noise sounded like you farted, real juicy.
I just
He's.
adjusted my camera.
We don't know. We don't know.
All
Just
right,
imagine
hey,
the internet. Could have been both.
yeah, it could have been.
Also, to my comment, while the opening video was playing, you selected all the images, but I'm the one who chopped it together with the cuts and stuff like that.
That's what I was
And
like. Damn,
I watched
James.
like a half-finished version of that the other day and was like, "Oh man, this is janky. Why did I send this to Ben? This looks so janky." And then it must not have been the final version. I must have
It
been
wasn't.
editing it on my other computer.
Hey, we make cool stuff sometimes.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Hey, hi. Hello. We're back. It's been. Does anyone know how long it actually?
13 months.
1 week.
Jesus Christ.
22 hours.
It's been a while. It's been a hot minute. We're kind of getting back in the swing of things. I've been gone, so the games got paused. But I'm really happy to be back with some of my favorite people. Some of my favorite people.
Is that implying that you have favorite people that are not here, or that some of us are not your favorite people?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes and yes. I know it's. I'm really happy to be back. I'm really happy to be back with you guys. And let's go around the table. And why don't you guys introduce yourselves and then the character you're playing? By the way, we're playing Star Wars. We have a whole bunch of previous episodes out. This is our second Star Wars campaign that started on the Extra Life when the players forgot what time period of Star Wars they were playing in, and only at the very last second realized that it was time for Order 66. Maybe one of my crowning achievements in the history of any game I've ever run was James going, "What? They're shooting at us."
Did you just order 66 us, motherfucker? Did you?
I ordered the Route 66, sir, not the Order 66. All right, go around, tell people who your characters are, a little bit about them, and then first a little bit about you, who you are, why you're doing this on a Friday night, and then who your characters are.
Well, I think that Worrier will have a conniption fit if we don't do it this direction. So I'll go first. I'm Beard. I'm playing Jedi Consular Duolingo. Why am I doing this on Friday night? Because I'm married and I don't need to go find love. I can explore a galaxy far, far away with my friends, my good friends. Amigo.
Amigo.
Let's see. All right, let's go get laid. That's a joke for all four people.
Yeah,
in this room.
Everybody
else from the chat.
Good callback.
Thank you.
All right, I am Nate. Normally your D&D ringer, but I'm playing Star Wars. I am Breeb Wumbu. I'm a Celestin Jedi Guardian. Kind of a lovable doofus.
More like Celestian.
Hey.
Hey.
I mean, Felicia might think so. Yeah, I'm here because games are fun.
Games are fun.
They are good.
Yeah. So are friends.
Aww.
I'm Worrier. I'm playing Nando Balmain. He is a human man. He is a space Lothario. And he is force sensitive, but he doesn't like to talk about it. I'm here because it's a mandated part of my release program.
Yeah, checks out.
I think the judge every day. I'm your King Ginger. I'm your Dungeon Master. And yeah, I was the one who put kind of a stall on stuff. I had to have some surgery done, and these genteel folks were kind enough to be willing to put things on hold and then come back. So when we last left off our intrepid adventurers, um, basically found themselves in the unknown regions. Nando has been there for some time. Brebe and Duo fleeing from the new um, burgeoning empire out of fear of being killed for being who they are. Um, also found themselves in the unknown empire or the unknown regions, finding themselves in a system where a few races had congregated on one planet, originally part of the Rakatan Infinite Empire, uh, but had since, with the Rakatans losing their ability to wield the Force and therefore losing their ability for interstellar travel, kind of fallen by the wayside as these other races took their rightful place, including members of the Gree, the Zeltron. Now I can't remember my own bullshit. The
Zeltron
Gree,
33.
the Zeltron, the Selkith, and there's two more. The Nogri, and then I can't remember the race that was who was on Tatooine before the Rakatans turned it into glass. But it's the precursor race to Jawa and guys, Tuskens. Thank you. If this is the first time you're watching us, I also will let me also lay out at the front. I have a brain injury, and sometimes, especially the last about year, words just kind of run right by me. So luckily, these kind folks, all speak me going, huh? Very, very well. When we last played, the players had found out that the Chiss Ascendancy had placed a listening station on the edge of this system on a world called Minolith. They had then in turn lost this station to the forces of the Grisk hegemony. The Gree had, being the primary spacefaring race on the planet, had attempted to take the station and had barely been able to do so. They had enlisted our players here to go and assist them with kind of dealing with the remains when a Grisk and Chiss ship jumped into system. The Gree utilize a technology left over from the Rakatans to put mass shadows into hyperspace. So it looks like jumping into system, you're probably going to die when it's just an illusion. They also do not have interstellar travel. They do not have hyperdrives. So everything they do is with jump gates, and it's very, very difficult. So while the PCs do have access to some interesting technology, especially organic technology, they don't have a lot of the same technology, like no droids, on this in this area of space. So they found themselves sort of trying to work around that. For the rest of it, you can look it up. I'm not telling you the rest of the story. There's the whole big old long thing about killing a Rakatan witch, basically cannibal witch from before times. Go look at it. It was good.
It was pretty good.
So at the end, they were able to defeat this Grisk vessel, get the ship they were on down onto the surface of Minolith, along with the Chiss they took prisoner, and the Chiss leader, a mid-General Ermrit, asked for Parlay, and the player's Gree handler basically gave Duo, since he is a consular, the ability to make decision whether or not they were going to parlay or just kill all these Chiss, excuse me. And that's where we pick up.
Well, I mean, Are we just going to launch back into the role playing?
Yeah, I mean, you guys are kind of standing there, and it literally is him turning all 6 of his eyes towards you as it. I'm going to give you this decision. Since you all just kind of escaped a crashing, falling apart in upper atmosphere ship, except for Nando. Nando was driving, and he wants to make sure you understand he was driving.
Human man.
Human man. I'm a human man.
Human Mando. I mean, I just ended up helping them survive and escape. So, you know, my interest is in the preservation of life. And if someone asks for Parlay, you know, I'm inclined to grant it to them. It's going to take me a while to like slide back into this. It's been a little bit.
That's fine. Yeah, I mean, just be James and slowly become duo, I guess.
I don't remember who duo is.
What about you, Bree? What about you, Nando? Would you? I mean, how would you like to approach this? Because again, this is your handler, and then you kind of found out as things go on, he was a lot more than a handler. He was actually high up in degrees clandestine control over the system.
I mean, we just spent quite a bit of time and energy saving them. I don't think we want to just off them.
So the mid general finally kind of opens their hands and says, "This is the time when generally we receive an answer."
I mean, yeah, we shouldn't just slaughter people. That's very messy.
And you all have gone back to, you are in the old listening facility. You've returned there.
In the Chiss listening facility?
Yep.
Okay.
And sorry, like, just to make sure
You're not in the ship.
we rescued the Chiss, but there are Grisk left that. No, there aren't.
Yeah, and it wasn't even the Grisk. It was one of their. I can't remember how you call them. They're not servant, but they're like
vassals.
Vassals.
Cheese or whatever they're called. Yeah, I can't remember what they do.
Okay.
I too am very rusty, so be easy with me. Be gentle. It's not my first time.
I burned a little bit of my Endor candle before we started to
Ooh.
give me the mood, you know.
Wow.
Does
Does it smell like Ewok?
Burning hair.
Yeah.
It smells like it smells like Ewok. It smells like wet bear. Wet teddy bear.
Yeah.
Just a hint of fire, just a little tinge,
Just a little bit
A little bit of fire.
burnt.
Because it's on fire. Yeah, I mean, Nando is like, it would be dumb to like slaughter all these people. Don't be dumb. And also, like, it can tell us how this listening station works and give us all the information about what's been going on here. So, like, don't waste a good resource. Dummy.
Lamont, you big dummy. So he basically ushers you into what looks like a kind of militaristic conference room. The soldiers are kind of held by under the watchful eye of Belvidar, who was a Selkith Marine who came with you, who I think ran around with you, Bree, during the boarding action. And the defense forces that were kind of multi-species. There's still quite a bit left because the boarding action, I mean, you guys are Jedi. You didn't really need a lot of backup. So that was not as difficult as it could have been. So you're able to go into this room. The Chish Mid General only brings one other person with him. And then asks you, are you requesting our full and complete surrender? Or is this a negotiation?
So, correct me if I'm wrong. The Chiss were attacking the
Grisk.
The Grisk.
Mm-hmm.
We happen to be in the mix as well.
So the alert system that the Gree put out at the edge of the system, knowing that other people had been coming in.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, the Gree, especially because like the Zeltron, the No Gree, even the Selkith to a degree, don't really care all that much, but the Gree are very much like, hey, we're trying to build technology out here. We're trying to leave the system. And they have some other allies that you were not quite aware of until recently, an entire community of droids. So they've been kind of plotting bigger things. Also to kind of find out that the base, the floating base that they have, the space station, is actually an old Rakatan. I can't remember what they're called. The Starforge.
And that's the Gree.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're able to mass produce things if they can get it to work fully. Getting it to work is the problem. But they are very much keeping things away from the populace. They, and in turn, want the system to be sort of isolated until they're ready. Hence the reason they're using old Rakatan technology to make it look like there's a mass shadow on either side of the available hyperspace on the system. So it's kind of looks like if you come out of hyperspace, you're going to hit something, but there's nothing really there.
Okay. Well, then.
So these two ships entered into the system, shooting at each other, basically.
Yeah.
And the Grey used the large hyperspace, I can't even, gates to get whatever they had out there, and they had asked you to come. And you came out there, and then there was all the fightings, all the war. There was all the warring out here.
I mean, in that case, I don't view the Chiss as our direct.
They did fire on you, and they also tried to board your ship. So some of it was because their ship was falling apart, but just putting all of it on the table.
Yeah. I think my memory is painted because I ran into them and they were trying to escape, and I wasn't going to leave them to die. So we fought our way out because the Grisk, or the people that were acting on behalf of the Grisk, were shooting at me and they were shooting at them, and I was like, hey, let's go. And I used my force powers to move stuff in between the two of us so that we could get out of there.
Also, you don't know if Ericor, son of Jathalmil, survived or not.
Okay.
Who was Colin's character. Colin's not here tonight. So.
Yeah.
Because the ship he was on did get exploded.
Yes. I look forward to meeting Ericor Jr. Or
Barricor, son of Ericor, son of Jatharamil.
Brother of Ericor,
yep.
Son of Jatharamil.
Former roommate.
I never knew I had a long lost brother. It's crazy. Ericor,
his name's on the lease.
Yeah. Turns out I was on Nando's crew the whole time. I never knew Ericor was my brother.
Hey.
I mean, I am inclined based on the valor of those that I fought beside to escape the Grisk to make this a negotiation, despite recognizing generally the race, I don't have much more than, the briefs that we were sent through, as we were doing our exploration, Bree and myself. So, yeah, that's my inclination.
Nando, Bree, do you have any other feelings on it one way or the other? Or you're just kind of like, yeah, sure, whatever, whatevs?
I mean, I think Nando is in a sort of like, this is above my pay grade like
It's fair.
place. So he's like, as long as we're not doing like mass slaughter or whatever, I'm cool.
I'm cool, man. It's cool.
I'm kind of like, if
It's
more
not
people
genocide.
come back, it's more people who can come to my bar. So
This is a factual
wrong.
thing.
yeah, he's on board with like your friends.
You notice that Taggett, who is your Gree handler, more or less, has stayed completely like silent during this entire kind of encounter. The mid general, when you don't answer whether you're asking for his request for answer, just says, "Surrender it is. Are we to be kept political prisoners?"
I think that depends on.
He says something to the female who's with him in Chiss.
Yeah.
And then he turns and says, he looks at all of you and says, "You've never done this before, have you? You're not soldiers. You're not diplomats.
I'm a bartender.
Whoa.
You're just out here."
Yes. It's the title of my autobiography. I'm just
He leans back, he straightens his uniform and says that I believe we actually could help one another.
Go on.
I'm a representative of the Chiss Ascendancy. I propose an exchange of ambassadors. We don't need to fight. We have plenty of mutual enemies in the Grisk hegemony. Obviously, we perhaps overstepped our bounds with the listening station, but we had no idea anyone was in the system. I'm willing to share our intelligence to prove that.
That would be valuable to all of us.
In return, I would like assurances for my men that they will remain unharmed and treated in a respectful fashion as guests of your, he kind of looks like he's trying to find the word, just as government.
I've got to get my head wrapped around doing a serious game again, because immediately when you said my men, I just thought like, how much for the little girl?
How much for the children? How much for your wife? How much for the children? Sell me your children.
Yes, our government. Oh. Jedi Consular, little rusty. I guess for me, thinking through, I mean, the Gree are here,
Mm-hmm.
and they're the ones who have been present in the system.
Yeah,
but
all the races you find on Shugo have been here for thousands of years.
Yeah.
Although they do also want to stay off the radar.
It seems like that might not be possible any longer.
Yeah.
The Grisk have been here, and now the Chiss have been here. When you say that, he calmly says, expansionism is a part of the ongoing war between us. We're happy to offer you a place within the Chiss ascendancy as a vassal state.
That is going to be beyond our immediate opportunity because we are cast-offs here and trying to navigate our way. You
don't have to say any more of that, any more beyond that. We can negotiate that further at a different point. I do suggest, though, an exchange of ambassadors. We can have when you take our surviving individuals back into ascendancy space, by all means, bring a contingent of your leaders. Learn about the ascendancy, spend time amongst the Chiss and our allies, see why the Grisk are such a great threat in this portion of the unknown regions. I'm sure we can exchange information that you are most likely unaware of, as it seems you are all... He kind of looks and kind of seems like he's trying to choose his words. That currently you're incapable of leaving this system. I'm very aware of who you are as peoples. I'm familiar with the Solistan. I'm familiar with the Gree. I'm familiar with the Zeltron, the Selketh. It's obvious you are not familiar with who we are. Perhaps not familiar even with who the Grisk are. You are on the edge of our explored space. There are other things beyond even this system that we have yet to encounter. Currently, you are a frontier system. We didn't even think we could enter this particular system due to what felt like interference or a mass shadow in hyperspace. But obviously, we and the Grisk have multiple times now. So
what is our Gree handler doing while this is happening?
Just watching quietly, like you're just watching his eyes slowly blinking and just taking all of this in without any... It's hard to read the Gree's emotions anywhere because they're so far from like basic human physiology or humanoid physiology. I mean, they're little tentacle squid boys. So getting a read on facial expressions, and also, except for Nando, you guys haven't spent a lot of time around the Gree. They're not planet side very often. And Nando's only had a lot of interactions with Taggett because Taggett was his handler. Because Nando was such a problem.
Can I reach out with the Force and like sense the kind of emotional temperature of the Gree? Like I know that
I will let you reach out with pinpoint accuracy on a success for everyone in the room. But the further you go down on the fail, by the way, we use a bastardized version of Powered by the Apocalypse as our rule set. We found a really nice set of Star Wars playbooks online, and that's what we use.
Sure.
So I won't roll any dice.
All right. And what am I what am I rolling for that?
Most likely read a sitch, correct?
Read a sitch. Yeah, I just have to
Remember, it's been like a
Sorry.
year. It's been like a year for me as well.
Yeah.
So also, I don't know why my version of Bare Naked Lady sounded like Richard Cheese with his lead singer.
Could not tell you. All right. First roll, good. I rolled a 12. I have +1 to sharp, so a 13.
So across the room,
Yeah.
From like a basic, I'll give you no more than 3 words per person, and then
That's-
Brebe and Nando can fill in their own.
Okay.
Tag it. What you get from them is interest, like more than a passive fascination about the process, but more than anything, an interest. And I just gave you like 15 words, so I lied. I do that sometimes.
Yeah.
From the mid general,
Yeah.
you get something akin to like manipulation, but not like in a purely negative or it's more like kind of someone who is being very careful with their language,
Like
kind of and also probe, and probing. How far can I push this?
Yeah.
From the other chiss in the room, the female chiss, you get excitement. Like, oh, this is fascinating. Like, more of this, please. Brebe and Nando, what are you kind of feeling? What is the reaction that Duo would get being in this room with you two, as far as they're going through this conversation that I'm mumbling my way through tonight?
Brebe is confused by exactly what the Chiss want and concerned for how well this is going to go.
Nando is bored.
I was also waiting for
Worrier is not bored.
for you to go, Nando is horny.
I mean, there's always a little like faint detect magic of
Horny.
but like broadly speaking, he's bored.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of figured like he was like, what are we doing?
It's like this is not my. Why am I even here? Like,
it's Tilt's o'clock somewhere.
1000%.
That's Tilt's space time.
Okay.
Nando is bored and wants a beer. That's where we're at.
With that sweet mustache, I do kind of feel like Nando is like a shirtless mustache man from a 70s beer commercial.
1000%.
Yeah, sweet. All right, so that's what you kind of that's how you read the room right now.
Okay.
It's blue milk o'clock somewhere.
Yeah.
Well said.
Okay. I think my inclination is to offer my services as a go-between for the parlay, but with the understanding that the Gree and other ruling species or other more present species in this system should have the direct say as the other member of this parlay in terms of two parties that need to reach an agreement about what has been heard and what will be shared and the silence that's been present in this space for generations from the Chiss and the Grick, and what this new presence means for them. Because ultimately, while we are guests and we are allied with the Gree to facilitate our departure from this system. We are ultimately not the ones who will remain. We are the ones that will return to our own peoples.
Just a point of interest and clarification. You have no interest in staying here. You are not a part of the governing body of this system. That is correct. And that is all three of you?
I'm just saying, like, Breeb and I guess I always just Breeb and I, even though we are like allied with Nando, that like our Nando's calling is to the bar or to whatever he has on his table. But I feel like when I'm talking, I'm always talking about Breeb and I. Although, hey, maybe he needs to settle down with Felicia. That's PH for pretty hot Alicia. That isn't how Nando spells it, though. I got your notes, and I was looking through, and I was like, Breeb and Nando be spelling that differently, and maybe that says something about Breeb and something about Nando.
I think it says how familiar I am with the term "by Felicia." Where mine comes from, but
So after Duo says that, he turns and looks at you, Brave, and he says, is this also your course of action? Then you're simply here in the capacity of the old Jedi Order, peacekeepers and delegates. Nate's either frozen or he's got the best poker face of all time.
Mm-hmm. He thinking.
So it's interesting that he knows about us and we don't know jack about him.
You do know basically that the Chiss are a species that have shown up occasionally, and that there was a Chiss who did fight during the Clone Wars.
There once was a Chiss who sailed to the sea.
By the by, if you guys haven't went and checked that song out I put in the RPG chat, it's a fucking banger, and it will become a D&D adventure at some point. The lyrics are wild. Now, all three of those Big News songs, Big News 1, 2, and 3, are just the clutch version of sea shanties, and they're all crazy.
Nice. But yes, we're here of our own accord, helping where we can.
But looking for a way to leave.
Yes, we didn't come here necessarily on purpose.
I see. What if the Chiss Ascendancy was willing and able to transport you back?
What would that require from us?
It's negotiable. I was just curious about how quickly you would have that answer. And he turns and looks at you, Nando. Says, it seems as if you do not have the exact same stance as your allies.
oh yeah, I mean we're buddies, but like we're not like longtime buddies. We're like new.
We just work together. I don't even know these assholes.
It's like I know these assholes. I know these assholes. That's kind of like a good. That's kind of a good like. I know these assholes. Like that's a pretty good. Like
Compared to previous
Indicator of our
adventures.
relationship, yeah.
previous adventures, it's different.
Where you're like, I do not know these
I
assholes.
don't know. Who are you? Stop talking to me.
Stop kidnapping me.
Stop kidnapping me.
Stop kidnapping yourself.
Stop kidnapping yourself. Stop kidnapping yourself.
That's so dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, no, I'm I don't know. I'm still finding my way out here, I guess. It's, I came here on purpose. Didn't stay here on purpose exactly, but I'm kind of digging it. So
At this point, Taggett moves across his tentacles behind where Nando is sitting. And then through his vocoder says, Captain Ballman is a representative of the New Shugo government. And one of and part of the Gree Defense Force. Without his flying, you would have no troops left. None of you would be here. Again, this is all said through a vocoder, so it kind of loses the intonation and emotional state, but you also know the Gree are kind of, again, they're kind of unknowable that way.
mm-hmm.
But you notice, like, almost like in a fatherly gesture, 1 to 2 tentacles entwined are on Nando's shoulder, like this is our guy.
Number one
now. Number one guy.
Sorry, can't help it.
And you can't help but notice the both of you, his eyes looking at you with kind of a, while it's an inscrutable look, it doesn't look like it's a very happy one. Mid-General Imrit says, obviously I've misjudged the relationships in the room. This does not seem like it's a negotiation between 2 parties, but 3. I would ask for time between Commando Irizi and myself with your 2 diplomats. And then we can speak again afterwards, Captain Ballman. And Taggart and Nando leave the room, and you 2 can't help but notice Taggart's head, as his body's moving forward, his head rotates all the way like an owl around and just looks at you 2 before slowly turning back around as he leaves. And the door is shut. In the hallway, Nando, Taggart and you are moving through, and he says to you, I think that went well.
Yeah. I mean, on one hand,
that is sarcasm.
Okay, well, like, I guess my benchmark is that we were starting at mass slaughter and we got to like
our 2
small talk.
Your 2 allies have abandoned us.
Did they? Is that what happened?
I believed, as they had been allies of yours on the surface, they would remain allies of yours in a diplomatic sense. And instead, they put their desires ahead of the desires of all of Shugo. Them wanting to leave puts us in a weakened position in negotiations and leaves us without 2 extremely powerful allies. We have done nothing but offer them hospitality and home, only to have, in a moment where our need is highest, them turn their backs and pursue selfish endeavors.
I mean, I don't know. That feels harsh. Like, I don't think they meant it like that. I think they're just like 2 lost two lost space weirdos who like
His tentacles kind of touch you like on the arm as he's turned and looked at you, and he says, "You are the first human I had encountered,
sure.
and you are very different from these humans. Your pursuits are far more simple and less nuanced, Nando.
I am very cool.
Your pursuits are easy to understand. These people that you have taken to are extremely more complex when it comes to that, and are much less upfront with what they want.
Sure.
It is very hard for us to fully grasp that nuance. That is why we are asking you to, for lack of a better term, translate for us. You have to understand the most near human on Nushugo are the Zeltron. And the Zeltron are not humans. The Zeltron are not Sulistan. They are far, far and away something else. Not to mention these individuals are Jedi, which adds an entirely new problem.
Is that how it's pronounced?
So
the whole time.
So back in the day, like when the Gree would have been under the control of the Rakatans, it was because there were no Sith and there was no Jedi. It was all Jedi. So yeah, weird Star Wars fact for today.
Oh, that was like, I think Nando literally says that. He's like,
yeah, like what the fuck are you talking about? Do you have a speech impediment?
Have they been saying it? Do they not even know how to say it?
They do not.
Jedi.
Jedi. It's like GED hyphen AII. Is that right? Or AAI? Jedi.
Jedi, mate.
My Jedi.
I mean, like, sorry, above table. Does Nando know about all of the Order 66 shit?
No, you were not in. You were.
Well, I couldn't remember if either of them had talked about it.
No.
Okay, then
you've been out here long enough. Like you left early Clone Wars.
Yeah.
So, and you guys have never like talked about like, so how'd the Clone Wars go? It's been just
that was sort of what I couldn't remember was if they had talked about it. But if they hadn't and he doesn't know, then yeah.
The way I kind of looked at it, honestly, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, was you guys kind of threw yourself into whatever you got into when you got there because it was easier to do that than to try to process the fact that everything got blown to pieces. Like everything you knew was disintegrated in a moment. Your order, everyone you knew, you had kind of run for a little bit with some scum and villainous personalities, but even that you got separated from and were just like, we got to get the fuck up out of here. So yeah, I don't think you've ever sat down long enough to have that conversation, or you've never sat down because you've been unable or unwilling to have that conversation. I think maybe the closest has been Duo and his pseudo Padawan, whose name escapes me right now.
Zank or something.
The Zeltron.
Yeah.
That has been with you guys since kind of the beginning.
Yeah. Vens,
yeah. Who also, when you went inside Venz's head, you were like, oh, this is bad.
Like, it's bad.
This seems bad.
Intimately familiar.
Bad. Okay. Bad. I think it was like, listen, they're like, they're like a space cult. Like they're gonna be kind of weird, we're not cut from the same cloth. They're a sort of longer drab flowing cloth, and I'm more of a hot cloth.
And this is what concerns us, Nando Bauman, that they would put their cult above all other things, including our people.
Well, I mean, yeah, of course they are. Like their whole thing is they're a cult. Like the cult is the thing. Like they're just not like it's not like a recreational cult. It's sort of a like fanatic thing, right? Like they're gonna put that shit above no matter anything, no matter what.
And in a very simplistic fashion, he tells you that he honestly has no point of reference for them. And that's what scares him.
Listen,
Because
they're
he wasn't his people weren't even there when the Jedi kind of popped off. They're
Yeah.
just they're just a story, and they're just kind of, again, when you start talking about cults, that makes them kind of nervous.
Well,
a
listen.
burgeoning government is not real. It's not real conducive to cults.
I mean, like, listen, they're
They're the cool cult.
they're like religious space freaks who are like, but they go around doing good. So they're like,
If you guys could hear that, you'd be like, keep helping, Nando. Yeah, keep fucking helping.
show me the lie. And then Nando, he's like, they've got a whole code thing, but they're the good ones. They have a different word for the bad ones. I just don't remember what it is because I don't care. But like it's not my cult. But like they're
not my cult.
They're solid. They've helped you a lot. They've helped this place a lot, and they sure didn't have to. So like, cut them some slack. Like listen, even maybe they're just, they're not here. They're here for a good time, but not a long time, maybe, and like be ready for that. But like, don't cut them off at the knees just because you're like being kind of a pussy about negotiations, like, I get you're scared, but like, don't own goal yourself, buddy.
I will take this under advisement, but I would ask you take consideration in this. We have yet to produce a hyperdrive. We have one capital ship. We have an untested navy full of small fighters. We have willing parts of our government, and we have allies. But we're not and with his tentacles, he makes little fingers to go, ascendancy or a hegemony. We would fall very quickly should either of those groups decide or understand that they can come into the system en masse. We, the Gree, the Zeltron, the Selkith, who am I leaving out? The Nogri. I'm missing one race, and I can't remember who it is. We have been under the yoke of slavery for thousands of years. We have no desire to return.
Okay. Like, no doubt. And like, I know, like, I've been here a while. I know. I feel for you. I want you to succeed.
And we've been able to establish a very harmonious world. No currency needs to be exchanged. We don't have wars. We have a very, very good quality of life here for all races. The Grey are allowed to do what we do best, which is ship build, which is make. The Zeltrons can indulge. The Nogri can protect. The Selkith can build and discover. We have no desire to see that change. We do desire to see what else is out there, but not to become an active participant at the risk of what we have.
Okay. So maybe let's get on the same page, right? Okay, we can be cool about this. What do you want?
I am intrigued
from this.
I am intrigued by the idea of ambassadorship. I'm intrigued by the idea of an exchange of ideas, of information, and of assurances that the Chiss will not simply take, whether it is coming and listening to us or coming in full mass. I am troubled by the Jedi being easily swayed by the prospect of being able to leave. I don't need them to stay. But the idea that our allies would very easily say that they wished to leave and that really we're not our allies, but we were just a port of convenience is alarming.
Sure.
We have shown these two individuals things that we have not shown 99% of the populace. It is our fault for being overly trusting. But looking upon those individuals and hearing tales from your crew and from Jarek, who turned out to not be what he appeared, about the Jedi, we have maybe made a drastic error.
Here's what I think. I think that if you want them to stick around, you make it worth their while. Like, you know,
Give them a bar?
maybe. I don't know. I don't think
Give
they're
them your bar?
If
This
you-
is the first time you've
I
noticed,
walk,
like,
okay, it's not. your
this is
bar.
humor. Like, this is humor you're getting from him.
It's like you're getting better at that. And
I learn as well.
he's just like, you just need to like give him a reason to stick around, give him a reason to side with you. You know, if you're worried that they're going to be tempted by the fruit of another, you know, like show them your fruit. You know,
I do not understand this reference. You would like me to show them beneath my robes?
I mean, I don't know what they're into, but maybe like don't lead with that. But
At this point, the door opens up and Ven's kind of comes in half breathless and is like, where are Master Lingo and Master Wumbo?
they're negotiating right now. Actually, it's kind of important.
She looks like she doesn't like completely understand, like, not so much she doesn't understand negotiating, but like the dichotomy of you're out here, there and there, and that she's not involved in either one of these situations. Kind of on the outside looking in.
Yeah, I feel like I've been constantly herded into a sort of like facilitator role, and like that's absolutely not my job. So like, if you're whoever's worried about who wherever is, take it up with yourselves, because that's not me.
So I should go into the room?
Yeah.
She says thank you, and she walks right into the room. You do get the big hit off of that when she walks away of the whole, you know, it's a Zeltron. When they're happy, everyone around them is happy. They just kind of give you that weird pheromone buzz.
Endo loves a weird pheromone buzz.
There you go. Yeah. And Taggett just kind of turns and looks at you, and you think if you could understand what a smile looks by someone who has no real mouth orifice, they would be smiling right now. So the door opens up, and there is Ven's. Mid general was in mid sentence about what he could offer the two of you as far as transportation out of the unknown regions back into the known galaxy, when she just comes right in. I have come to assist, Master. Brabe. As Duo just disappears. Oh, I can't hear you, Worrier.
Oh, I'm mute.
You both were muted.
I was muted.
I've unmuted you both.
I'm not muted anymore.
No, you're not.
Um,
So she looks over at you, Breeb, kind of like unsure of what she's supposed to do. Like she's very, very much wants to help, but she realizes she might have stepped in it.
Is there a question you had?
No, master. Just wasn't sure if I was supposed to be here.
Well, I guess that's up to Duo.
So, Duo, you had a minor stroke there for a second because Vens comes into the room during
Heard
and
that mid-sentence.
yeah, and just kind of realizes maybe she stepped in it.
No, I'll introduce her to the mid-general and beg his pardon, and say our colleague and learner may not have been informed of the gravity of the situation.
She says, Nando told me I should come in.
Or perhaps she was given information that was not entirely sensitive to the gravity of the situation.
The journal puts his hands up and says, you don't have to apologize. I have the distinct impression that Captain Ballman is not exactly, well, as people who fought with the Republic, I'm sure that you see a lot of what is lacking here, for better and for worse.
The matters of the galaxy are not what takes up the majority of his time and energy. He is
Quite
far
obvious.
more focused on local matters.
Ven just kind of looks at you like, what? Is this diplomacy? But she sits quietly and just like intently is trying to soak up every little bit of this. Mid-General goes on. He says, as I was saying, we can offer you transportation back. And we do understand that the situation in your galaxy has altered. And we would be willing to put you in a position where you would not be on the radar of anyone. We cannot guarantee your safety, nor do we have any desire to. It would be dishonest of us. But we can take you back, if that is your wish. We only ask for a better understanding of this strange amalgamation of a government, as well as their non-involvement.
Man, I'm gonna be real honest with you, Ben. My understanding of this government and how many different races and everything that are going on, I think Duo as a character, I think has a general understanding of the kind of gravity of the history of this place and like the often tenuous, collaborations or issues that have come up over thousands of years.
They're trauma bonded races, is what they are.
I mean, but they are races at the edge of the known regions, just working together to survive. That's what I understand.
Yeah, they're not. They're a very, very small fish in a massive ocean who
Yeah.
have no idea they're in the ocean.
Yeah, I'm trying to, as duo, recognizing the challenge of saying something without saying too much or saying too little based on the kind of impression that I got.
I think the
from
other
him.
thing for you, James, to remember is you are talking to a chiss. So
Yeah,
they
I know.
do things a certain way.
Yeah,
I mean, while Thrawn is an exceptional,
Yeah.
he's not. Yeah, that's kind of the society that they have.
yeah. No, I get it. That's why I'm saying it's hard for me to in the moment, as I'm trying to kind of wrap my brain back around it, to try to wrap my brain around what Duo's response would be in that moment. I think that he would respond with an understanding that that he would want the Gree to have some say in how much is being shared. That, well, our needs being supported as part of the process of this parlay between peoples, that we desire for those inhabitants that have called this system home to share what they want to share, rather than us as very recent outsiders speak for them with any error, recognizing the tenuousness of first contact.
He puts his hand up and he says, "This is understood. I would not ask you, high five, I would not ask you to betray the trust of those who have given you safe port. I would instead simply ask if there are cultural norms that we should be aware of in order to not offend our degree or any of their allies as we continue to attempt to facilitate some sort of alliance. And at the same time, making it abundantly clear that we do want to offer you this safe passage that you so desire. But we have no desire to have you negotiate on their behalf. They will negotiate, and that is one of the caveats of us offering you transportation is you will not be a part of this negotiation. We are negotiating with you separately. As you made it clear, you are not part of their government, but simply travelers. We don't wish to involve you directly in our agreements or disagreements with the Gree. I am negotiating with you separately for transportation and safety. At that point, Venz is fucking staring daggers at you.
Can I read a sitch on her?
Oh, you can try. I don't think it'll be too hard. I'll give you advantage on your roll.
Excellent.
I'll give you 3 guesses, and the first 2 don't count.
Yeah. Well, I can't tell whether she's like, are you fucking abandoning me? Or if it's, well, I'll roll. Where's my stupid dice tab? Oh, where is it?
We're real bad at this tonight, guys. We're very out of practice.
Sorry, we're just a little rusty. It's still good.
All right. It's going to be an 8 or a 7. So an 8.
So success with consequence. You realize there is a intense look of betrayal and hurt and abandonment. And the consequence of that is you realize you may have just, Zeltron are very passionate people. You may have just lost her. Like, she may have just been like, I'm not fucking talking to you ever again. Like, we are done. And as you well know, she has a pretty potentially strong tie to the dark side as well. So this conversation is something that you're kind of in your head saying, you should not have been in the room for this. Or this conversation never should have took place. One or the other. And as you get that look across her face and you see this, she stands up and she excuses herself and she walks out of the room. Nando, you and Taggart are still talking, like further down the hallway when she walks past you, like with purpose. And you can feel the way the room changes when she walks by. There is an oppressive feeling, negative feeling. It like hits you like a bucket of cold water in the face. It almost hurts. That's how drastic it is. Especially since you're force sensitive. It is not pleasant.
She's like, what happened in there? What'd they do to you?
She stops and she turns around and looks at you. She has tears in her eyes and she says, they are negotiating to leave and they do not care about what happens to us.
Really?
My master would abandon me here and in turn would abandon my home and my people. And she looks at you and she says, all of us.
Oh, shit.
She says, he is no master.
And it's like, I'm really sorry.
She says, I must. She can see her kind of trying to look for the word. I must meditate on this.
Okay.
And she's a walk away. She fucking stomps away.
Ooh. Yikes.
And Taggart's like, this is what I feared. And also, I do not think, from what I understand, that at this point of time, this young woman who trained for the entirety of her life under a monster, only to join this high-minded cult you speak of, should be left alone with their own thoughts.
Do you mean I should go follow? What do you?
I think you would be a much better representative than I would.
Who do you all think I am? He's like walking away. Jesus. He's like.
You hear before, like, you walk through a main door.
He definitely hears a lot.
You hear Taggart say, oh, God damn it, the words just escaped me. Delegation is the price of leadership, Nando.
Nando flips him the bird and is just
I don't know what that means.
Fucking Nando saves the day. Again. You're welcome.
You find her in her room and she's slowly breathing with her legs crossed. And she says, what do you want?
I want to say a sentence I've never said in my life.
She opens her eyes and she looks at you and she's, do I want to hear this?
Yeah, it's not dirty or anything.
Do I want to hear this?
No.
It's not dirty or anything. He's like, can I meditate with you?
She like stops for a second and she's like, I am not good at it, but yes, you may.
Great, you're better than me. So congrats on being the best
The best person in the room.
room. At this,
You sit down and you're sitting across from each other and your eyes slowly dip and you open them and you're not in that room anymore. You're standing with her in front of a massive black door. And she's trying to open it. Meanwhile, it's been a year or so since I've got to do that, so I feel really good. You're back in the room, and the mid-general says, I hope we did not offend your Padawan. I believe that's the proper term you use. I could feel... I don't know a lot about this Zeltron, but I could definitely feel her emotion from here. James is just going to get up and turn it off. Go, fuck off, Ben.
No.
We haven't played for a year, and I don't need to play with you for another year.
No, it is the burden of a connection to the Force for a species that inhabits the emotional spectrum with such intensity that others may feel her emotions. She experienced a great evil and oppression in her youth as her connection to the Force matured. And, well, I would call her a learner. The connection between a master and Padawan is not something that we have established in respect to.
Oh, did you just say she's not a Padawan? Oh my God, cold-blooded.
No.
Okay.
No.
I'm just like kind of surprised when
I think that she is beyond Padawan as we are beyond the Order. If the Order is no more, then we must have new language to speak about this.
Okay. Hey, man.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, we know that if someone is of a certain age, they should not be brought on as a Padawan based on what we fucking, like, we don't know that happened per se, but like.
So question again above table. And I was doing that above table, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
The Chiss mid-general all of a sudden goes, damn!
Yeah, I know. I also didn't high five him. Like, we get it.
I think, does that mean that you two have decided, either individual or collectively, that the old rules don't apply anymore? Like,
I think we established that to a certain extent, like throughout those Hidden Path episodes. I think Bree had talked about, or we had talked about the duo was a lot less flexible than Bree, but that we both came to the understanding that, like, we don't even know how many other people are out there.
Okay, I was just curious.
Yeah, let alone what this is going to look like. And I don't think, in previous episodes, I think that I have encouraged her to utilize some of the tools of the Jedi, that, like, I did not harbor any delusions that she was going to be not a learner or someone that, like, there was a different relationship. I think that you can recognize and look back. I mean, we're how many years removed from the Order 66, right?
Not very long. Maybe 3, maybe.
but 3 years when you're out in the outer regions, we had a lot of time to think. You know, I mean, I think
maybe
that
not
we're
even 3.
meditating
Yeah,
on
it's
this
been
for
pretty
years,
like bing, bing, bing. Yeah,
you know.
I mean, I think the way, again, just so I don't play it in such a way where it's so I don't want to play it in a way where you're like, where the fuck did he get that? I think she looks at it as like that was kind of there, and she felt very strongly about it. Like, oh my god, this is like the heroes are here, and now I get to be the squire to the heroes, and I can learn all this stuff. They said they're going to teach me all this stuff, and then that's again a cold bucket of water in the face.
Yeah, no, I mean, I get it. The cold bucket of water was on my head while all this was happening.
I want a T-shirt with
and
Nate's picture right now. I'm just like,
no, I mean, I get it. I get how it sounds, but I also get that, like, if I were a Jedi and I were talking about this, that my duty would be to try to find other Jedi. That doesn't mean that we wouldn't bring her with, or that we wouldn't complete training beforehand, but she walked in at a inopportune time when we were talking about how we were trying to be respectful of the people who were here and did us a great positive thing. I was being a counselor. I mean, and she walked in at a time that, like, probably she should have not have been encouraged to join us. And, like, I think all of this is playing out exactly as our characters are.
exactly as I intended. Do it.
Yeah. No, I mean, like,
Do it.
Mando, like, being very like affable and, like, trying to smooth things over, but also, like, not necessarily, being, careful about, go in there, don't go in there, type of thing. Like, she walks in at the wrong time. She misunderstands or, interprets it in the way that she's going to interpret it. And, like, you can't.
I mean, I just want to make sure though too. Like I said, I want to ask that question because I don't want, from the game perspective, the above the table perspective to be like unintentionally punishing, I guess. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, no,
like,
I think that you're like,
there's a potential conflict here, so I'm gonna make sure we get conflict.
No, I don't. I mean, I think that this I have a gut in my stomach that, or I have a feeling in my gut the same way I do when I read or watch a lot of the, post Order 66 Star Wars stuff. It's just, there's these moments that are just kind of a gut punch where people are trying to hold on to things that are impossible to maintain when you're also trying to survive. And, trust is something that's easily broken and hard to gain. And I think that those are hard to navigate,
By the by, I did finish Ahsoka.
Oh, you did? Good.
So let's get back to the game.
Yeah.
So at this point, again, the mid general is just kind of. I make no illusions about what we as the Chiss would prefer. Because we are in negotiation and you definitively have shown and has said you're not negotiating on their behalf. What is it you are offering for us to safely passage you back to the known galaxy?
I think, like your other negotiations, that is something that will take more than the moments we've had together to build trust and determine the opportunities that have presented themselves. in
This
this
is
world.
this is a fair assessment. Then I move and he stops, and his eyes go black, and he just starts shaking and fucking falls down. And she like rushes to his side, and there's like, she just looks. She says, "I don't know what's happening." Warrior, you guys are in this kind of almost emptiness, but it's like feels like you're in a room, even though it's just darkness. And this door is there, and it has shape and structure to it. You can see it, but it also shares that very ebony, um, lightless, cold environment. And she turns and looks at you, and she says, "It wants me to open it, but I couldn't close it or open it before by myself."
Sorry, that is this a? Do you know this door?
Yes, when I meditated before, it was here.
Okay, and it's telling you to do things.
Yes, it's beckoning.
Okay, how does it feel when it beckons you?
You can see her really trying to process when you say something like that. Like, what does that mean? It's this tangible in the pit of your stomach pull. It feels almost primal.
Okay, does your like? How do you feel about it? You feel this pull, this primal pull.
I feel
Do you want to resist it, or do you want to go with it?
Have you ever done something so often that it stops being an exercise and it just becomes reaction?
Well, I don't want to brag, but
That moment, Nando, is when you see behind her there are a set of red eyes.
Nando's gonna like interpose himself between her and the eyes and be like, is it
Just
disembodied
it's
eyes?
and it like starts off as a little bit bigger than her, and the eyes are not where they would be on a basic humanoid. They're in a different spot. And when you interpose, she like looks at you like, "What are you doing?" And it kind of looks like has this kind of movement like a body in space. Like if you've ever seen like a shark swim, how it moves weightless through its environment, it's like you're in the water but have weight, and it's like it's in the water and has no weight. And you hear a voice say, "What are you doing? What are you doing here? Why are you attempting to interpose yourself in things you do not understand?"
I'm here and you're being fucking creepy, so I got in the way. It's sort of my thing.
You see a crease, like almost like a crack in the black, and it looks like it's white. And when you finally get focus your eyes for a little bit, it's teeth.
Do we have a fucking problem here? He sounds like he's about to kick somebody out of a bar. Like that is the point of escalation he's at.
This is like this person is circling you in this black. Like sometimes you're just catching one eye, and sometimes you're catching two eyes. Sometimes you're catching this reoccurring smile. Again, to use a shark metaphor, it's like the fin coming out of the water and slowly dipping back underneath as it circles. Human, if we had a problem, we wouldn't have one for very long.
Oh, really? You go down that easy? Huh?
This is a moment where you should reflect on how long you would like to see your existence continue. We can have a dialogue, or I can leave your body an empty shell.
He,
Threats do not need to take place here. We're all friends. And when he says that, you can see his shape kind of bow down, and she does the same thing like a marionette.
I don't like that. Nando is like, listen, I'm easy. I'm not threatening anybody. We can dialogue. Sure. Let's dialogue.
You're not the Jedi who was here before.
No.
You're someone new.
Yeah. That's true.
For you to come here, it means she must have invited, and that you're strong enough to do so.
That sounds like me.
It's impressive.
Thank you.
And you have not immediately committed to an act of aggression. Instead, protection. Also admirable. Perhaps we can assist one another.
Perhaps.
Why don't you read a sitch for me, please, Nando?
Okay. We roll 2d6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, what is this game? Are we playing a game?
I have played so many systems in the last while that I'm just like, and I just got done playing a vampire game, which is a whole other
How was that?
bananas. It was so fun.
I've kind of had an itch to want to play in a vampire game because I have not. I ran Werewolf the Apocalypse way back in the day, and a little bit of Hunter, and I really enjoyed Hunter. And I ran and played in some modified adventure games, which was like their pulp
cool.
setting.
Mm-hmm.
Like we use it like as Pulp Cthulhu. I really like that system a lot. So.
Yeah. It was really fun. It's a group I play with that are great, and they sort of like switch gems. We'll do like an arc and an arc and an arc. So we're actually that was our last first game. So we're actually jumping back into Pathfinder next, which is fun.
That's fantastic.
But the it was fun. It was set in Ottawa. I played at Banu Hakim, which is used to be Assamite. And it was great. It was great.
That's amazing.
He's a scary dude, and it's fun. But he in fact, in the last session, he diablerized somebody with permission from the prince.
Okay, yeah.
So when we come back to
the boss said it was okay, but
when we come back to it, he's going to be a monster. It's going to be great. So anyway, I rolled a 7.
Okay.
I was like, what were we even doing?
Yeah, no, I'm like, I was so like, what are we you get a distinct impression that this is a predator, but not the predator. It is something that is predacious towards things, like towards almost anything. But it seems more interested in a back and forth than it does in like attempting to hurt you.
Like, jump.
Yeah, it's more like intrigued at this point. But you also get very much that this thing is, like I said, just has been lying in wait. And it basically, it says, I could use someone like you with me. I am gathering together my allies.
Okay, that's cool. And he's settled into, I think, sort of, he's cooled down. He's sort of keeping a bead, rotating, not aggressively, but
Yeah,
just
he keeps moving around, like never stops moving.
Nando's very like coolly being like, I know where you are. Like I'm following you, but we're cool.
It has slowed though, I will say that.
He just says, yeah, I mean, we can talk, but I don't know who you are or what you're doing. Like,
Well,
what are you talking about?
let us talk. And you look over, and she slowly, like almost robotically, closes her ears, and just this blackness starts to drip out of her eyes and out of her mouth. A part of you, like it feels like almost like just the very, very tip edge of your consciousness hears screaming, but like not enough to pull you out of it. Just like when you hear something maybe fell when you're asleep, but you're not sure if something fell, and you're like, I can't wake up for this. I can't be bothered by this. I'm going to get up in like 2 hours. Duo Breeb, you don't just hear this scream from this room. You hear it all over the ship.
Are the chiss screaming, or
It
is
just
it?
sounds like individuals. You have no idea because you're in this room with this Chiss woman and this person who just basically is kind of having like space seizure.
Is he screaming?
He did initially. Now he's not doing anything but foaming at the mouth, and the foam is it's like a black gooish foam.
All right, I'm gonna call on the force. So I roll. I take a harm, and I roll plus attuned. So let me roll.
Sweep the airway, Johnny.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Thank you, Nate. Thank you.
Okay. That is a 10, and my attuned is +3. So I'm going to call on the force, which gives me a hold force of 3, and then I can basically use that I can like spend those points for my consular moves. I'm going to use my force healing. And yeah, it's a 1-for-1 point for like med, etc. I have 3 points to spend essentially on it.
It takes all of it. You actually feel like something's biting back at you while you're doing this.
Okay.
You press in with the force upon the mid general's body. He convulses and shakes, and she rolls him on his side, and just this blackness comes oozing out like a viscous tar, hitting the floor of the ship and then turning into like the finest dust possible and then being gone. And he lays there on his side, it sounds like every breath is labored. Meanwhile, Breeb, is there anything you want to do? I feel like you have just been.
Is the screaming continuous, or is it just kind of like a scream and then a stop?
It's like a scream and then a stop, and then a scream and then a stop. It just like it's very staccato.
And it's throughout the ship, not just one specific area.
No, it sounds like it's scattered throughout.
All right, I want to, since Duo's kind of got this, covered as much as he can, I want to go to the nearest scream I can hear.
You pop
pinpoint
out of the room and run down the hallway, and there is a Selkith pilot, and that stuff's like leaking out of the side of their face, and they are slumped over in an awkward position in the hallway. Their blaster rifle is on the ground. They're just By the time you get to them, you realize they are deceased.
Oh. Is there still screaming elsewhere?
Every once in a while, you're hearing one kind of pop, and you're hearing the mad rush of people trying to figure out what's going on.
So is it kind of like waves of screaming, not necessarily the same?
It's
point
like
in the ship?
just like I said, it's like it happens and then boom, it's gone, and it's quiet, and then boom, it happens again somewhere. It's not ever. It feels like it's never hitting the same place twice.
Okay. All right, I'm just going to go back to duo because I don't know what I can necessarily gather from just finding deceased people, if that's going to be the case.
Nando, you stand in there. You're in this again, having this dialogue with this entity. It informs you that I'm going to take back what is mine, all of it, but I have no desire to waste potential alliances. Just as I have no desire, and you see again just this shape in the blackness wave over to where Venz is, to waste resources. You are capable, not as capable as the one that they left in the med bay back on. I can't remember the name of the port. Not as powerful as him, but you have potential. Now that the living force has reawakened and given itself over to me, I could show you many things.
Okay, cool. I like things.
Things and stuff. I like things and stuff.
You've got my interest. I would
A world, Nando, with no limitations for you. Everything you've wanted would be yours.
Oh, that sounds so boring, though.
You would have the ability to make it as not boring as you wished.
I think before we get started in earnest, I need to know what you're doing to my friend here. Sorry if that's assumptive. It just feels like the vibe is.
Before she was ever your friend, she was my student. She was my blade. And your friends and yourself to help facilitate her killing the mother, which is what I needed. Your friends coming back into this area of space, it opened the force back up to me. And them leaving their friend gave me yet another vessel. I am going to take back my world. I am offering you an opportunity to be a part of that rather than to be ground beneath my feet. Because I do see greatness in you, Nando. A fearlessness, even if it's a foolish fearlessness. And I see power. Power you don't even fully recognize, nor do your friends that you have. I can help you harness that. And I can give you free reign past what I would control. I can show you the world, yes, Brave. Plugo Station. That was the name of the stupid fucking station? I can remember.
Friends.
They left their friend at Plugo Station.
We had to get some power converters.
What was the name of the first one?
The first one, what?
The first Rakuten guy.
The sword. The duelist, the sword who whispers.
Okay, thank you. And it was like, wait. Are you the sword?
That smile comes back, and again, you almost see this low bow, and then but the eyes never leaving you now. This is why you impress me. Your awareness. You may play the fool, but you aren't.
Okay. And just, I'm not a big time waster, and I know you're not a big time waster, so I just want to establish real quick. Is this a real choice?
There's always a choice. I would not rob you of your. She is a tool. You would be an ally. I would not rob you of your autonomy.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
you would not be worth a conversation like this were it not a choice.
Well, I mean, I'm saying, is it a, is it a choice, or is it a like, you can do it or die, and that is technically a choice?
No, it would be your choice whether to stand with me, stand against me, or just to leave. It was her choice when she came to me and wanted to learn the sword. It was my choice to give her the weapon to kill the mother. It was her choice when she did so.
How does I don't know. Listen. I mean this only slightly disrespectfully, but you guys are fucking freaks. Like, what happens when like if you're her teacher and you die? Are you not her teacher anymore, or is that a like beyond the veil of the who cares? Like what?
As I've sat and watched all of this play out exactly how I hoped it would, the one thing I did not count on, in all honesty, was her desire to be something else.
Yeah.
And for the Jedi to attempt to alter what I'd put in play. But in their arrogance, they managed to sway her directly back and make that decision to return to this door. You just happened to luckily enough be there for this, so we could have this conversation here rather than at the end of a blade.
Okay.
If I die, what would occur? I do not know, and I don't plan on finding out because I do not plan on dying.
Oh, I meant when you died the first time.
That's the thing, you realize he's never died.
I think Nando at that moment is like, oh shit. Oh.
So you guys you guys killed the mother, which is what he wanted.
Right, but we just assumed that.
So instead of him dying, he literally, the force opened back up to him.
So I think Nando.
So now he's gone from like kind of scary to be fucking frightening.
Oh shit! We thought you were.
And you have no idea what's happening on the ship right now. Which, if you did, you'd be like,
I think.
And you may or may not know who he's referring to at Plugo Station. I mean, Ryan should know, but your character may not.
I don't think Nando has any idea what he's talking about, and I don't know that he super cares. But I think, I mean, just in the sense of like, he doesn't. He feels like that's
no investment. Yeah.
Yeah. He feels like it's like above his pay grade. He's like, this Jedi stuff, I'm not.
Don't know, not my monkey, not my zoo.
But I think Nando's like, I mean, I guess you know already, right? Like, I think she chose a different teacher. So, like, are you gonna let her make her choice too?
Yes. As I
Okay.
said, currently, it is simply just a tool to have this conversation and to announce my return. And once that's done, I close the door and I take it away. And then she can understand the abandonment from both ends of it. And she can kill herself or wander worthless across the stars. I don't care.
Okay.
I'm far more interested, as I said, in offering you this, or at least knowing where you stand on the chessboard.
It's pronounced chess.
I don't remember what the chess game in Star Wars is called. With the little guys who fight, where it's like better to let the Wookiee win.
Warrior.
I just call him anything that happens in like Star Wars where it has a name and I can't remember it. I'm just like space chess. It's always like space chess.
Hollow
Beard,
chess.
Beard, do you remember what it's called? There's like a name for that game that
Dejarik.
Dejarik, okay.
But it's most often just called hollow chess.
Hollow chess, okay.
Yes. I think
It's called Jizz, baby. It's just called Jizz.
God damn.
That's a different thing.
No, it's a different thing.
On shot first. Is that how? Anyway, it's like I've learned how to let something land. Nando is like, okay, yeah, then let's just make this quick. I'm not interested. Your vibe sucks, and I like no.
So I have one request of you, Nando, and then I'll leave you alone. Tell them I'll be waiting.
Okay.
All of them that return, tell them I'll be waiting in the hilt. And should they take up arms against me, I will wipe them from the face of this and any other galaxy, and I will steal the Force from them, and they will feed me their power until there's nothing left of them. And my one piece of advice to you, and then that huge grin comes in, is run. And then it goes from a black space to a white space immediately, and she's on the floor. You're back in the room, and she's like scratching her head, and she's like, I'm sorry, I don't know what just happened. All you can hear now is intermediate screaming across the ship.
Then I was like, yeah, that sucked. Are you okay?
What happened? She truly looks like she has no idea what just occurred.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't feel very well. And she kind of lays on her side and starts to curl into the fetal position.
Yeah, just why don't you, I'll tell you soon. I'm hearing a lot of screaming. Come with me. He like offers a shoulder. He's like, come with me. I don't think you should be alone right now.
I can't get up. She's like, I'm so tired.
Nando will pick her up and, like potato sack, like over the shoulder, fireman's carry, kind of.
I'm going to pee.
Like wouldn't be the first time. And like, and we'll, try to figure out what the fuck's going on.
You come out and there's bodies. And it's a mixture. There is no rhyme or reason. And there's just a bunch of dead people all over the place. And
He'll look around for someone who he knows who is alive.
you see a Chiss military individual who looks like they're maybe a medic, and they're with a Zeltron pilot trying to get Agree to start moving again. And they're obviously dead. Like everyone is just in a panic. It looks like there's no blood, there's no blaster marks. It's just like people just died.
Is he seeing, is there like all the black stuff?
No,
Okay.
it's all gone now. It seems like once they die, it pretty much just goes bye
It
bye.
goes away. Okay. I think he'll he'll stop really quick and just be like, hey, he's gone. Just go back to your room. Go somewhere safe.
She looks like someone on death's door, but not like dying. She looks so tired. Like she's generally pretty like peppy and driven.
Yeah.
This is someone who like they can barely stand.
Okay. How about just get out of the way?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Just
She kind of slumps against the wall and just kind of onto her side and pulls her legs up into her stomach.
okay. We're gonna figure this out. I'll be back. Don't die. And then he will go. I think he'll like at this point look for Duo and Breeb.
One thing you get a read on the room. You know what? Actually, read me a stitch, please.
Okay.
Nando. Hey, Nando.
Say 8.
It's so chaotic that like the whole prisoners not prisoners dynamic is gone. It's like just people trying to help each other get through this. Which part of your brain goes, fucking finally. The other part of your brain though realizes if anyone was to choose to go back to that dynamic right now, people are going to get shot real fast. This could escalate directly into war.
I think he is still like mostly looking for Duo and Breed, but if he sees,
I think the consequence you're seeing more than anything else is that there's just guns everywhere.
Yeah.
Just on the floor.
Yeah. Nando's like, I can't do this on my own, which is fine. So I think he'll also keep an eye out for Tigret because he's like, or like another, if he's familiar with any other like command people.
Sure. What's their name? What race and what's their name?
I would say it's another Gree, and their name is Magret.
Magret the crime Gree?
Magret the crime Gree. Magret, he didn't have enough money for the other 3 letters for Margaret. I don't know. Short for Margaret. Yeah, maybe there's like a
Next episode.
MAG apostrophe.
I regret everything.
No Magrets. No Magrets.
Irma Gertz.
Yeah, you find Magritte and they are trying to keep things orderly. One thing you do, because you have spent enough time around the Gree, is they are very, very good at crisis management. They are good at holding things together. They don't necessarily enjoy it, but they're very good at it. And that other races from Nushugo, they listen. They do look to the Grey as like leadership. So, and probably it's because the Gree, like, put them on themselves on a space station above the planet, looking down on everyone, like mom and dad are watching.
Mhm.
So, what soldiers and personnel that are there that are not Chiss, McGirt is attempting. Now I want to say McGirt from Home Movies.
I don't care.
Coach McGirt.
Go for it. It's McGirt.
Yeah, I wish I had a good John H. Benjamin voice. I could just do Coach McGirt.
I wish I could do John H. Benjamin's voice.
So
All of my characters would.
I hear that. He basically stops you and says, where is Taggart?
I don't know. I just got off of a vision quest,
Mm-hmm.
and everything
His
is.
big head turns, and it turns too far because their heads feel like they can just turn in weird directions.
He like mid-turn, he's like, "I'll tell you later."
Where are the Jedi?
Great question. I was just
What
going to
is
ask
this
you.
they're doing?
No. He definitely says
This
no
makes-
question mark.
This makes no sense, Nando Ballman. Human man.
Listen, I think it's over. You are good at
are frightened.
You are good at putting shit back together. So I think you should do that, and that maybe a priority should be.
I have been told
all of these guns off the ground.
Human man are to be treated as if you were a military commander in the Gree Defense Force. Is this an order?
I got promoted 3 times today. Fuck yeah, it's an order. Get these guns off the floor.
He moves away from you and he starts telling Gree Defense Force officers and Chiss to pick up guns.
And I was like, cool. He is like, it's not even on my list, but I did it. And so he will keep trying to find Duo and Bree.
Your immediate thought is like conference room, where you were, and you go back there. There they are. Bree is kind of standing by the door. Duo is over the top of the mid-general. Duo's sweating his ass off. Looks a little like that he just pulled some serious shit. And the mid-general eyes are fluttering, definitely alive. And the Chiss woman kind of is standing back with her hand over her mouth, like, what the fuck did I just see? And then Nando, you just kind of roll into the room.
Yes.
Hello.
He's like, well, yeah, with like Ven's over his shoulder. So he's like,
oh, I thought you put her down.
No, he is like, I don't know what's wrong with you. And I feel like if you're doing this tired thing, you might die. So I'm making sure you don't die by carrying you.
Her head keeps banging against the wall as you charge down the hallway.
And he's like, I'm sorry, but I'm also glad that this is keeping you awake. So you're welcome. Also.
I can treat a concussion. I can't treat death.
Exactly.
When they come into the room, Duo's pretty wiped out by this, but he sees Vence and asks Breed to attend to her.
All right. I mean, I can try, but I don't really have the same skills Duo does. So I'll just check on her, make sure she's
Nando will put her into a chair so she's upright, and he'll be like,
she can barely stay upright in a chair. She's just she's like pudding right now.
He's like, some shit happened.
The Chiss woman turns and looks at you and says, what?
Everyone started screaming, and a bunch of people started getting really tired.
I would like you all to read a sitch.
I would like you.
Hug off.
Did we feel anything from the Force when everyone was screaming? And
oh yeah. Oh yes. You felt like if you did not have the discipline of a Jedi, you would have been in a similar state.
Okay.
It's an 8 for Nando.
11.
Okay. 11.
Hero.
Beard's like, you don't get to know what I got. Fuck off. Nando with your 11.
Bree got the 11. I got an 8.
Oh, you got an 8.
Yeah.
You know that she knows that you're full of shit.
Nando is going to ride that wave of shit until it crashes into shore.
Breeb, you are like, oh, this woman is far more shrewd than we knew. And I think we may have been being played the whole time. And we just gave the game away.
Well,
What'd you get,
shit.
Duo?
I also got an 8.
Yeah, you hear Nando start to talk and you're like, oh no. And he says this thing and you watch her just look right through him and then look over at you and say, that is patently untrue. What is happening?
What do you mean? But do you not hear the screaming? People are screaming.
She never loses eye contact. She doesn't even look at him. She just stays looking at you and sometimes Breeb. And you're seeing this from someone in the room who is kind of like, oh, wow, get me in the room, to someone who like, someone who maybe is not what they appeared to be.
Do we sense any force?
No.
Okay. No
That's
sensitivity.
not
We can
a-
tell.
It's not a thing.
Yeah, the Chiss
Wait.
don't generally, it's like super rare, but they do have something that you'll find out about later.
Bullshit detector.
Yeah.
My weakness. My one true weakness.
You're like, God damn it.
So she's just like staring at me, like looking like and saying like, you're fucking liars, you did this, essentially.
She's basically wants to know what happened, and she knows that you know what happened. It's kind of where she's at with that. Are we back to? Is this right, Ryan?
No.
No.
I go where Beard
Ryan
is.
and I swap.
God damn it! I thought I was putting everything back.
You were.
You were. You just didn't.
This thing is pissing me off.
This is like one of those slide puzzles where you're like, I need to make the butterfly.
I mean, I'm just going to say that we were present together, conversing.
She stops, puts her finger up, and she says, "You have until he wakes up to tell me what's going on, because depending on what I know is how he will react to this. Depending on what I know is whether or not this falls apart. So if you would like to see this pursue in a positive manner, you will speak to me in a plain fashion about what has just occurred. If you choose not to, and choose not to disclose this information, then when he awakes, I will ensure that this negotiation is ended, that the Gree leave the system, that the Chiss leave the system, and that when we return, it will not be as allies, and nor will it be with a single ship. So perhaps between the three of you, you can start this conversation again with information. It would be appreciated." And then she finally looks back over at you, Nando.
Okay. Again, I said things that are true, so fuck you a little bit, but also
Just like it's like almost like it when you would say something like that, normally people would react. It almost feels like that's something that they don't, as maybe even as a people, don't really give a shit about. Like it's like, okay, yeah, what I need direct information, so this banter doesn't bother.
It wasn't these two, and I can prove it because I was there. Okay, this is a better place to start.
This is an excellent point.
What's your face? I don't even know your name.
She hasn't given it. She's just only been referred to as Commando.
Maybe I should be a negotiator. He's like, "Hi, I'm Nando, and you are."
1 second. I gotta look something up really quick. I forgot to write it down.
Go ahead. Chiss lady number 4.
Yeah. She's just a lady, and ladies don't get names in Star Wars.
Her name is Baguette Tite.
Yeah.
See, the problem is I wrote it down in my phone, I think, and not.
Is this Roosh? Or is that's a different name you wanted to use?
Oh, you mean Roosh Cordero?
Yeah.
That's for later times name.
Okay. That's fine.
That is a badass name, isn't it?
It is a badass name. I'm like,
That's why I
I'm
thought
like, this lady's not cool enough to be Rouge Cordero.
No, I had her name written down. I'm looking for another piece of information that I wrote down. So here's the problem: is I don't keep a computer on at night when these things come to me at 2:00 in the morning, and then I roll over and write them in my notes app, and then I forget to transfer them.
That's like, I do have my phone on me at all times and will do something that I will pin a message so I don't forget. And I have pinned a message, and I know that I wanted to use this for names for NPCs. I can't remember where it came from. It came from a show or something, but I just have a pinned note that says Dango and Crud.
Oh God, Dango and Crud is so good.
I'm here
Right?
for it. I don't know
So
what it
good.
is. and
I don't care what it is. Yeah.
No, I don't
Yeah.
either. But but
Sold.
just to say that the consequence of having something around to take a note on will not ensure that there is any breadcrumbs back to the source material. I just saw that or read it or heard it and went beep boop beep boop beep boop pin.
Okay, I think I found it. She says, "I am Commando Avi Irizi. I stand in the stead of the Stibla ruling family of the Chiss Empire."
Fudge. I said that not to.
Yes, Paula, 1966, exactly. And yes, if you stick around with the thing, not this episode, and probably not for a little bit, Aboleth is involved. So do you and your friends think Keanu Reeves would play great? Yes. He's based off of Keanu, so he'd be perfect to play Darth Revan. I love me some Revan. I want to know who you think should play Malik. Shadow Lord, I think that's going to be Darth Talon, yeah. And I think it's because George somewhere, and I wish Colin was here to do the voice, is apparently a big Darth Talon fan.
Guys, I'm gonna need 2 Diet Cokes. I'm gonna need a can you paint that Twi'lek pink? We're gonna need to put some tattoos on her for the second season of Shadow Lord, because we're gonna come back and we're gonna do another one. We've already renewed it ahead of time.
I do think that we'll see Anakin as the father. I hope we get Starkiller as the son and Ahsoka as the daughter. He trained both of them. One turned out to not be good. The other one turned out to be good. I think it fits the triumvirate, the holy trilogy of George and Dave's vision. So yeah, those are great questions. And yes, and I'll spoil it right here. Out here, if you guys go out into other places, Aboleth is definitely involved in some shit. So just so you know. And Worrier right now is like, I don't care. I don't know who
that's
he's like, you fucking nerds.
You told us the Extra Life 2023 thing was going to be an Order 66, and we still were astonished by what was happening.
Yeah.
So anyway,
how did this happen?
I don't know who Abeloth is, and that's fine. I don't not care. But
yeah, Aboleth is scary.
I was gonna say Aboleth's in D&D fucking sucks.
Yeah.
So.
She's worse than that. She worse.
Cool.
But yeah, it's actually pretty
Can't wait
interesting
to
Star Wars lore.
I give up. Yeah.
So Nando's like, okay, wow. Nice to meet you.
Ooh, Balin Skull is the son. I think though that the son would have to be someone that Anakin trained or that Vader trained. And unless we get some big reveal that maybe Balin Skull was an Inquisitor at some point. Yeah, it's an interesting thought though. I think that he's just going to be the catalyst more than anything else. Sorry. Yeah, it's really good though. I love me some Star Wars bullshit.
Yeah, Star Wars.
Dude, we're already into extra time as far as I'm concerned. We usually do a
I figure since we're doing Fridays, I get around 10. So
I know.
That works for
I
me.
know.
Okay.
I'm just saying I don't mind some exposition.
I do want to save like the
better.
last 10 minutes because I want to run by you guys next week's DC showcase
Ooh.
shenanigans, just because I know as comic book folks, you guys might have some feels.
You don't have to run, dude. You can just walk it by.
I can't run. My back's still messed up.
That's what I'm saying.
Sometimes I can't walk. Sometimes I walk like Dr. Zayas.
You can just roll it by us.
Ooh,
I don't know if I could get off the floor.
You don't have to be on the floor. You're in a rolly chair.
Oh, baby, you don't have to be on the floor to roll. All right. I'm sorry, Nando. I'm stopped cutting you off with my bullshit.
You piece of shit.
You
Nando is like, okay, wow, that was a lot. That's cool. Pleasure. Your Majeston or whatever. I don't know the formality.
She stops you and says, "This is not known information. I'm sharing this with you. It
Okay.
should not be spread further than this room."
That you should start with next time. But okay.
She nods. She's like,
I'm good. Okay, we're cool. I really think that it's important to get Taggart in here before we talk about this. I think it's in all of our interests to make sure there's no perception of favoritism or hiding of information. Like full transparency, that's what we're doing. We don't go any less than 100% on transparency. So
she says, "I agree with you in this matter."
Thank
Who
you.
will go retrieve him?
Great. Nando's like, I'll go do it. I know him best. And he'll, can he force vibe out, just be like, boop, boop, where is he?
You can try.
Great, I will.
I love the question, can I just force vibe out?
Hey, average ex-husband, thank you for all those viewers, you piece of shit.
Wow.
Oh, man.
I hate when we get those. It makes me so irritated. Especially when you have somebody who jumps on and asks some really cool questions, like talk Star Wars, and then we get a stupid, I don't know.
Well, they can't see it because it's on the Twitch. So.
Oh, I thought we got rated.
Then
Anyway.
I can call real people pieces of shit.
Oh, this is on your Twitch. I can't log in and do that.
I don't know what I'm rolling to do that.
It would be the Force. It would be gotta find the sheet. Bear with me, kids. Hey, you would be using Sharp. Although I would let you use attuned since you're trusting your instincts.
I will use attuned because I'm better at that. It is a 9.
It's going to take you longer than you anticipated, but you do find him.
Okay.
So while you're doing that back in the room,
is he alive?
He is alive. He is in the main bridge area of the ship because the 2 main pilots are dead. We got back on the ship, right? Hold on. Remind me. Did we get back on the ship?
Well, I thought that we were on the ship, but then you said we were in the listening station.
Yeah, you went down to Menelith. Went on down to Menelith. I'm going to say then you went back up to the ship.
Cool.
We're all good with that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Shaggy. And this, so the ship is listless. This kind of poor man's Corvette is listless because both of the pilots, and it's already limping along anyway, but they're both exidy, dead ski afterlife kids. So Taggart is steering the boat. He turns and sees you and says, "Do not be alarmed." Oh, it's you.
That's how you're going to greet Nando?
We should probably find someone who can actively steer the vessel in a much better fashion than I can.
Yeah.
I would say that is you, Nando Ballman, human male. But I'm concerned by your rushing in here. You might be attempting to get something else accomplished.
It's funny because I was looking for you because I need you and you need me. And it's very inconvenient for both of us because we're needed in different places, but we all have to be there.
A conundrum, I see.
Yes. How big is this room?
It's not huge. Remember the little room up in the haunted balcony?
Yes.
It's about that size.
Okay. So, Nando says,
somewhere in the chat, the one person who's watching is like, haunted balcony? What the fuck are they talking about?
That's deep lore.
It is deep lore. It's
not heavy metal lore. It's deep.
No, it's deep. Yeah.
So Nando is like, okay, I'm going to pilot the ship.
This seems like something that you would be good at, Nando Ball, Captain.
I'm very good at it.
Human male.
Human man.
Human man.
Space Lothario.
I do not understand these words together.
You don't need to. You just got to feel them. And Nando is like
right against one of the tentacles, just pushing what he thinks is a face.
Yeah. Nando is like, please go to the conference room and get everyone and bring them here, and we can all talk and not also lose control of the ship. It'll be great.
I will do as you ask.
It's really easy. You know where the conference room is.
I will do as you ask.
Okay.
I shall return shortly.
Great.
And he scooters his little tentacles.
Can you ask someone to get the dead pilots out of here?
Yes. And then he turns and leaves, and you see him just as he's telling two individuals to go in, and they come in moments later and pull these bodies out.
Nando will wait until there is not a body in the seat to take control of the ship.
He comes and gets the rest of you. He comes into the room. Taggart does, and she stops and looks at him, and she looks at you, and she says, "Where is the captain?"
That's you, buddy. Aren't you the squid guy?
No. She asks, "Where is the captain?" Because he left to go get. She went to go get. Or he went to go get Taggart, and then just Taggart came back. She's like, "What's going on here?"
Well, Taggart would answer that, not us, right?
Oh yeah, he just kind of waits quietly.
Oh,
like he's waiting to see, because she's not speaking to him; she's speaking to you two.
Okay, so we're going to say, do we refer to him as Taggart? It feels like super weirdly informal.
It's not his real name. It's a name that is given to those of you with mouths to be able to call him something.
Okay. Well,
and if you'll remember, I believe one of you made it up because I couldn't think of anything.
It's for the ease of the untentacled.
Yes. It's for the ease of the mouthed.
The mouthed. The be-mouthed.
The mouthed.
The mouthed.
It's for the mouthed. That's what we're going to call the next episode. It's for the mouthed. By the way, real quick, who would be interested in doing a short charity thing coming up soon? Because we need pillows at the shelter. And I would like to see if we can raise money or just have people send pillows, like new pillows. Because we're in pretty it's weird. We get the weirdest stuff, and now we haven't been able to get pillows for a while. And yeah, we could use some.
Yeah,
So
I think
anyway, we can talk about it later. But hey, if anyone's watching and would want to be a part of that or would bump the signal, I think maybe we'll do a pillow-a-thon. It's not like a Toyota-a-thon.
Dude, we do.
But maybe Toyota-a-thon could come back.
Toyota-thon should come back.
Because
yeah,
I do have a really good terrifying idea for a all out of bubblegum game.
Anytime there is bubblegum, Cab Toyota will be there.
Cab Toyota.
It's a two-parter. You have
We will, in fact,
World
wake up
United,
there.
nap time, and you have Known World United sleepover. Do one afternoon game, do one late night game.
God, that's a really good idea. We need to talk about this. Okay, anyway.
We are talking about it.
I mean, talk about
We
it.
can do whatever I want. This is our stream, baby.
So she's looking at you, and he is not answering. He is looking at you like, how are you going to react to this? Gotta remember, too, like, the vibe when he left was not exactly the best vibe with you.
Yeah. I'm just going to ask him, directly.
Captain Ballman is manning the main helm of the vessel and has requested all of your presence at the head of the ship in the cockpit area. Why are there two individuals unconscious on the floor without medical attention? And his head turns towards her and then turns all the way back around towards you.
Wait, is Vince unconscious now?
Yeah, she's not in the greatest shape. She's like got visible shakes.
Reeb, you had one job.
He says
She was fine 2 seconds ago.
It appears your Padawan is in great physical distress. And he turns and looks at her and says, just as your commanding officer is, perhaps you would prefer some assistance from the Gree.
I think that would be great.
Is this said in a bitchy tone for a vocoder voice? Yes, it in fact is.
That's
the only emotion they put in the vocoder.
is sassy woman.
Yep.
It's like the voice modulation Will Ferrell skit where you're like, I control the volume of my voice.
The only voice they could program into the vocoder is that of a mid-90s, or it would be not mid-2000s, like Housewives of so-and-so lady's voice, just passive-aggressive the entire time. So he leads you out and has he alerts on his little, with his tentacles on his little vocoder thing. Like the way I envision him is like Agree, but he's got one of those womb tambour like things that come up and around, and he just punches some buttons and they start coming in to take care of it.
I just assume he was like B. Arthur from Golden Girls and just like perpetually catty.
He's got resting Gree face.
Yeah. It's like very sarcastic.
You make your way into the cockpit and you see Nando doing what Nando does best. That's fly a ship.
Ship.
I think Nando like does the sort of like he's got his eyes on the road and he's just sort of like
2 and 10.
He's like, we were really off course. Pilots are dead. He's sort of talking to himself.
As you're doing that too, you're noticing like there is significant damage to the guidance system of the ship. You're going to need to get hauled back to port. You're looking at sublight the rest of the way back to New Shogo. You couldn't, even if you wanted to go through that gate, the ship wouldn't make it.
Dan was like, would you like would you like the bad news or the bad news?
She takes a short, deep breath and she says, "Off course, ship is damaged. But you are the pilot.
Yep.
I have every confidence in your competency to make this at least manageable.
Thank you. I like you.
Are the comms working?"
Ando tries. He's like,
They are.
I would not have guessed that in a million years. Says
Would it be
Nando.
possible to reach out to the Gree-controlled world and ask for assistance?
Yes.
One thing you note when this is going on, there is no sarcasm here. There's no. This is like someone who's used to crisis control, seems to be pretty competent military person, is like saying, "Hey, you're the pilot. My command is not here. My job is to ask questions and see what we can get done."
Nando is clearly chuffed, and he's like, "You and the Greek are gonna love each other," and then he does that. He like reaches out.
You do reach New Shogo, and they are able to put you in contact, and they tell you, Mitch, Shaggy, that they will have the flagship out there to haul you back soon, but they don't know how long it's going to take because they have to prep the ship, and they don't know if they have the personnel because they sent a lot of their personnel out to deal with this situation. They're not built for this. And the capital ship, the Standard, is the size of a cruiser. It's not it's their best size new ship. So they're also going to reach out to the commune and ask for assistance. This is a term you have not heard before.
Everyone is learning new stuff about themselves today. So great news. Everyone's on the line. I don't need to reiterate that to anybody. It's called efficiency. Look it up.
Human Man is my favorite Star Wars alien. She plops down in the co-pilot's chair and she just looks at the three of you and says, "Now finish your story."
Okay. So it's actually, funny enough, it's kind of my story. It's actually not really fully my story. It's kind of, but I was a feature character, and it's also sort of Venz's story. These two hardly factor in. So have a seat.
So you just kind of looks at you like, okay.
He's like, "Everyone have a seat. This is going to bake your noodle."
And as you start to tell the story, we star wipe to New Shugo in the hilt. And you see the blade that whispers standing over what looks to be a pod. Like would be almost like a hibernation pod if you were back in known space. But here, because they don't have Bacta, this is what would pass for a medical pod. As he's talking, this just blackness emanates out of him and spills over this thing. And after moments of speaking in ancient Rakatan, he steps away and the pod opens up and a figure climbs out and stands before him and kneels on one knee and says, "What would you have of me, my master?" Camera pans in, it's Noel Yanich, and we're done for today.
Horse shit.
Yeah.
Can I share a very funny story?
Yes.
Yes.
So,
wait. First of all, did anybody in this group know it was going to be Noel Yanich? I think that Nate knew.
No,
I did not know.
You guys left him, literally left his body in Plugo Station when you got there. Like, you guys will take care of it. It's been sitting there the whole time. So I was like,
We've been busy.
That's why I asked when you guys came back after killing the mother. I was like, "Is there anything you want to do? Anybody you guys want to go see? I mean, go check in? Like, I don't know, like Noel or anything?" And you guys are like, "No, he's good. It's good."
Just want to underscore
And
that
then
he
we
was never
forgot.
traveling with me.
And you forgot. And then like a year passed, and we came back to it. So yeah, fuckery is afoot. So tell your story, please.
In the year of our Lord 2025, May 7th, I sent a message to Worrier, Nate, and Colin and said, "Hey guys, ... I can't remember who Noel Yanich is." And Worrier replied, "I have no idea." And
Warrior,
Warrior,
you of all people.
I reply, "I kind of want to vote for it, but I'm not really sure where we're going in general or how our characters have started to meld. As much as I love my character, I think the more interesting thing is how we either become a crew squadron and what we would do, or if we try to find our way back from where we are. Those are intriguing things currently. We chat for a little while longer, blah, 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 blah. Star Wipe 2 this morning." So I cannot remember Star Wars at all, and I'm trying to rewatch it lightning speed before night. Basically, we go through this entire thing. We talk for a while. I reply to my initial Noel Yanich thing, and Nate says, "Wasn't he the weird Jedi?" And then he says ... and I just repeated that initial conversation. So, listen, man. This is what happens when you play every couple of months, and then a year goes by, and I haven't started rewiring all of the things together.
I'm just going to say it straight out. I cannot remember a Star Wars name to save my life.
He was your Jawa guy's buddy.
I said no. Like in context, I know who that is. Yeah. But like when someone just says like Noel Yanich, I'm like,
you're like, fuck you.
Like,
someone's like Noel Yanich, and I'm like Gabagoo, and they're like, so that's a me limitation. Like I have said Venz's name at least a dozen times this episode, and I have had to look it up every time.
I have to look it up. I forget constantly. There's so many characters.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, I get back in the flow.
It's just Star Wars is just the one notch. It's like one notch from like D&D names, but it's the notch too far. It's like nope.
Well, we did it, guys. We did a whole Star Wars tonight.
We did a Star Wars,
and we ended on a sweet little cliffhanger thing. Does that bother you if we do like a weird thing like that where it's like
no,
something you're not involved in that your characters wouldn't know?
I find those to be really fun.
Okay.
I think it's a really cool way to drop some additional like lore and intrigue without needing to like go through the mechanics of dragging people there. In the game I just finished, the vampire game, that was like the beginning of each session started like that. It was a sort of vignette that may or may not involve a character, because, and I say the only way that characters are really involved is like one of us was a Malkavian, so it's very in your brain, but like I think a lot of times they ended that way, so it would like start somewhere like and then end just like this did, where something happened. So I think it's really cool, personal.
So next time we're going to go through the trip back, and I know I put it in the Discord for this time, but then I'd forgotten that I'd left us in a way further away than I thought we had been. So it's going to take about 6 weeks. So the thing I want you guys as players to think of is like one big thing, one small thing you did during my trip home. So you'll have one of each per week. so we can have that kind of as like a montage, I guess, at the beginning. So it doesn't need to be a long thing. It's just like you're going to tell me what happened. I'm going to tell you, like, did it resolve this way or this way, and you're going to kind of tell that way.
Yeah.
This is our trip home
from here
to
to where we were.
Yeah.
To where Nando's bar is.
Yeah. Okay.
Specifically Nando's bar.
Yeah. To Glup Shittos.
Glup Shittos.
Whatever. Yeah.
You wish it was.
Come on down to Glup
Shittos. I wish it was Glup
Shittos.
You can. It's not on the menu, but you can order a Glup Shitto.
Yeah, I can imagine you could.
Hey,
Not
Mitch.
Extra, but
Mitch, if you're still there, put some earmuffs on because we're going to quickly kind of give a preview for the DC game next Friday.
Do you want to do it on stream, or do you want
it on stream? Put it on stream, baby.
Okay, man.
It does sound like a Star Warrior.
Yeah. It's a mini prep school.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Thank you, Mitch. So I've told James this, and I'll run it by you guys as well. I'm more than happy to have people jump in, and because it's a an omniversal game, and we know now that DC and Marvel are still connected. I've told like James, like, hey, if you ever want to jump in and play a Marvel character or riff on a Marvel character, please do.
A real one or one who can throw trains.
We can talk about that. When you say that, since it's an omniversal game, I could see it like being Cosmic Train Thrower guy. Like there was a whole
he had a whole
Cosmic Grenade Man.
He had a
there was a whole
he's a Herald of Galactus now.
There was a whole Kamen Rider season where Kamen Rider rode around on a cosmic train.
Yeah, I'm here.
And that's all I can get in my head. It's like the villain was stuck on the cosmic train with them. So they never really had a fist fight. They were just on the same train.
I'm happy for F Train to be a Herald of Galactus or whatever.
Which that might happen. But here's the loose change of this. We'll have an opening like drop into a media res fight between our PCs and a version of the Terror Titans, who are using two different flashes from two different parts of the Omniverse to make a machine that will allow the Clock King to have complete omniversal knowledge. And then we'll get into the adventure, which also involves stealing from the crime syndicate.
Ooh.
So, yeah, it should be a wild one. It's Cosmic Peloton.
What's the Cosmic Peloton?
Oh my God, that's good.
You can have that one for free.
I will take.
I am looking at the Gigantaliner, the crazy steam locomotive Kamen Rider thing now.
It's super fun. It's so dorky. I love it. But I love Kamen Rider.
Wow.
But because it's an omniversal game and the characters live outside the Omniverse, like Mitch's character, Mitch, I hope you're not hearing, has literally been in the gutters. He has gotten into the white space off of the pages already once. And they don't exist in anyone's continuity. Kind of their job is to fix continuities as well. It's kind of a weird thing they got going on. It's been really fun. So like I said, I'm always willing to hear if anyone wants to play, because I know I got two people who are down to clown all the time. I think my third one might be a little kind of like unsure because of their life being in flux. Which leads me to my next little pump up. Chaos Scar in 2 weeks. We are going to do something weird, Warrior. I'm just going to tell you now. It's going to be telling about what happened, but we're going to start in the beginning of a new adventure, and it's going to be like flashback.
Nice.
So.
Can we? I think I had already put it in the chat. That's the week that my building does the thing.
Oh, then we'll just move it 1 week later.
Yeah.
It's fine. Yeah,
cool.
Yeah, as long as we get it in, because I
want to get it in.
I was I have to admit, I was very refreshed by tonight. I drug ass getting in, but I had a super fun time. So I really appreciate you guys sticking with me, and
That's
then
right.
also
We're
just
right behind you.
yeah. Well, I mean, you guys stuck with me through the worst of it, and then stuck with me through now. So I really appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. We love you, buddy.
Also, I think I finally got a body for Nando. Bodies for Nando sounds like a great flick.
Bodies Fernando is my favorite band.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
pretty solid.
Nice.
That's yeah.
Nate, do we recognize the body?
Yes, but my brain isn't working.
Okay. Anyway, why don't you guys go around the table, tell everybody who you
Woody.
are and who you be with, and we'll get out of here. Because I want dessert and I want to go to bed. Because tomorrow is going to be a boys' morning,
Lads. Well, let's see. My name is Beard. I'm here because I believe in the power of friendship and collaborative storytelling.
Hell
I will be a part of the Lads AM tomorrow. I will bring Star Wars treats, and once our good friend Matt decides that he no longer wants to hang out with us, I will ply King Ginger with Star Wars Unlimited and try to get him to play the newest set, A Lawless Time, which I encourage each and every one of you to get hyped about.
It's a really good game.
Twin Suns is coming out in May, and it's going to be like Commander format, only it's going to be 2 liters. It's going to be wild. Nate, I see you. I see you side-eyeing. You ain't got to buy into the cardboard, baby. I got it all. You just come and play with us.
He does have a lot of cardboard, Nate.
Yeah.
That's expensive stuff. It's like crack.
It was not bad. It was not bad. We'll be okay. Anyway, that's me. Duolingo. Love it. Thank you for a great story.
Who's all right? We'll get there.
No. I meant what I said. I think that this is the hard time to
This is the dark times.
to dig into like what was wrong with the Jedi Order and like what was right and what do you carry forward and what do you not carry forward and what like actually deserved retribution for the imbalance because of the the hubris of this dogmatic organization. That's a hard thing to wrestle with. So I think that it should make you have a pit in your stomach because I think that that's where our world is now. So anyhow.
Hard times, baby. Hard times in a galaxy far, far away.
All right. Well, I'm Nate. I'm pretty sure. Is that a Kyle Katarn body? Yes.
I know the upper body is.
It was
I got him like in a pile of stuff, and I was like,
Nice.
"Oh, Kyle Katarn body. He's a sexy bearded man."
Can't go wrong.
Nando Ballman doesn't have a beard, but he's got a sweet ass mustache.
Yeah, he does.
Mm-hmm.
I found that head a while back.
Yeah, it's been a minute for sure.
I've been slowly but surely getting all my stuff together to start working on all that. I just need some. I need some Matt Weiss.
Poop in a group.
Yeah.
One of my favorite phrases that I picked up from this friend group.
That's right, baby. You get that sweet dusty action.
The mummy is trying to hit on you. Sweet dusty.
I want to see if I can run this pitch by you guys. Right
Failed crypt keeper pickup lines.
I don't know if you guys saw this, but here was the pitch for All Out of Bubblegum. You all were done dirty by Colton Farnsworth III on the Boston job. After emptying your collective bank accounts to avoid prison, you all made a vow over John Boy's grave. All personal issues to the side until that dirty SOB Farnsworth was in the dirt. A year later, a snitch let slip that Carlton was doing bodyguard work for a scientific expedition to a newly discovered island in the South Pacific. Gears packed. C-130's fueled, and your pilot, Fisher, he's stoned out of his mind. It's time to settle up.
Hell yeah.
The twist I have in mind for this is...
I hope it's Jurassic Park.
Yeah, I'm
God damn it, Worrier! You just ruined everything. It was Jurassic Park.
Yes! That fucking rules.
It's either Jurassic Park or it's fucking Monster Island.
Yeah,
I was thinking
Island.
Dr. Moreau. Yeah.
Yeah, well, Kong Island.
Oh, okay.
Kong Island.
Even better.
for it.
I want to kick Kong in the face.
In your face, Dick Tracy.
I replied with a piece of TNT, a muscle, a syringe, and a keytar, and I feel like.
When you said muscle, do you mean
Sums
like
it
one
up.
of those little figures?
No.
Oh,
No,
I thought you
the,
like
the little emojis that I responded
Your
to.
little dude was carrying like a little muscle figure, like in his pocket.
Hell yeah.
I have put the foul-mouthed souls inside of homie figures.
Just like goals.
All right. I'm sorry. Who was next? I'm just all over the place.
It's Breed next.
Yeah, I started and then kind of identified Kyle Katarn and didn't really go anywhere. Yeah, I'm Nate. I'm here when you need me. It's always fun.
I'm Worrier. And you can take that to the bank. No,
Are we accidentally playing All Out of Bubblegum right now?
that's not Captivated-a-thon. He is not that smooth. That is
Mitchell
that was a very Nando thing. But you can find me here for this and Chaos Scar. Chaos Scar coming back this month.
We only have 2 regular players. It's great.
It's dope.
Are they regular though? Are they?
Yes.
I'm very intrigued to see
I have
where
a high constitution.
where my pitch for how that kind of how the gnome soap jamboree situation all shakes loose. What happens? Because I have a pitch for you.
Oh, I love it.
Sounds like a slippery situation.
Because you guys start looking over a hole. Because you guys picked the adventure. So you start the game looking in a hole. Down in a hole, you're just feeling so low.
I mean, that's how the best things start, right?
Well, that's what I've heard. I'm your King's Ginger. Oh no, we were.
I wasn't fully done. I was going to do an extracurricular. Just because it kind of ties back a little bit. I mentioned. Why are you doing this? I had mentioned that we are another group I play with. We don't stream, but it ties back to this because we're going back to a Pathfinder game that we started playing a while ago and then left off for a while. Anyway, my character there is Ouroboros Fanlin, who was I don't remember if he actually showed up in Drakewind Falls, but he was 1000%
Extra Life.
he was in Extra Life. Yeah. That was fun. That was a really good one. Anyway, yeah. So he is a bard in Pathfinder, which is weird as there are so many spells that are around throwing things up. Pathfinder's wild. It's like because bards are like occult magic, weirdly. And so like there's all these ones where it's like you can pull your guts out and use them as rope, and it's like, okay, I'm not going to do that, but
thank you for offering.
Thanks for the offer, like, yeah, there's like a ton. It's weird. But anyway, so it's fun. That's fun.
That's amazing. I love the name.
Yeah.
The name is incredible. You can find me doing stuff here. You know who I am. It's a Blue Oyster Occult. Like I said, we've got DC next Friday, week from today, and then in 2 weeks after that will be Chaos Scar. I don't know if you gents knew this or not, but Cassandra's got a monthly game she runs now.
Yeah.
the D&D damsels, and one of the people that I've known for a very long time who plays in that game is way into digging up graves, just looting dead bodies. And Cassandra's like, I don't know what to do with this shit. And also, currently, the thing they want to do more than anything else is hold a magical garage sale, and it's kind of the greatest thing I've ever heard. I just want to take.
Did she DM for them at Extra Life?
Maybe I don't remember.
Or was it a different one?
I think it was.
Well, actually, I don't know if it's the same people, but yeah, she
yeah,
did, right?
It's the same people.
Yeah.
It's Extra Life was such a lost time for me this last year. So
Sure.
The next time she sticks a shovel in a grave, she needs to feel that shovel be pulled in.
I told her what I would do is I would make it so she does this and one of these people comes back as a revenant who is obsessed with finding out who keeps digging up their friends. But she also has, in this mystical house they live in, the second floor and third floor are both patrolled by two sentient gelatinous cubes, and I can't remember both their names, but one of them is Gilbert Globfather.
Yes.
Right.
It's pretty fucking wild.
That's really good.
So yeah, I wish she was like recording it or something, because all I get to do is hear about the aftermath and hear them laughing while I'm upstairs hiding.
Sometimes that's just like that joy that only that group knows makes a group, you know?
It also is just very fun to hear people enjoying something. Like it's very like it just makes you feel good.
Yeah.
We'll be back. And
we
then
made you feel good tonight, then, Ben.
you did.
Good.
I don't know when the next Spook Troop is. I don't know. I think we talked about watching the Nicolas Cage version of The Wicker Man, one of the finest comedies of all time. Or we might just watch some Paul Naschy, but I don't know. There's stuff I want to talk about. I'm sure he wants to talk about. I've been watching some stuff on Shudder. I also found like a couple movies on Tubi that I'm very interested in. Also the Yeti movie that's coming out, I'm very all about that. That looks fucking insane. So maybe we'll get Doug on since it's Bigfoot adjacent. And then Mang next Tuesday, I got a bunch of stuff in progress. Soon I'll start working on Star Wars figures. I promise.
I just remembered, because you're talking about, someone said Predator earlier. If you haven't seen Predator Badlands yet, fucking watch it. It's so good.
The last three Predator things have been legitimately great. Prey was good. Hunter, our Killer of Killers, was good.
Mm-hmm.
Badlands was fucking wonderful.
Yeah, they are absolutely destroying the Alien movies lately. So, Badlands was especially great. Like Dan
Trachtenberg's track record is 3 for 3.
Yeah.
Also, I would say comic wise, if you haven't been reading the Marvel DC stuff, you're really missing out. They're so fun. Superman, Spider-Man was a treat. Considering like I think it's like 150 pages book, and it's not just that story. There's a whole bunch of other, like you get a Lois Mary Jane story, you get a Jimmy Olsen Carnage story, you get a Power Girl the Punisher story that's kind of like a weird date, which is very funny. It's just fun. The idea that also in this thing they're doing right now, the characters already all know each other. The only book where they didn't was Morrison's Deadpool Batman story, where the only reason the story took place was because Marvel's Eternity and the version of DC's Eternity were having a one-night stand. That's the only reason they got to cross over.
Incredible.
And that book has Joker turn on Deadpool because Batman starts saying that Deadpool would be a better archenemy than Joker would. Which is very, very funny. And Deadpool is completely enamored with this idea. Anyway, read those. If you don't have copies of them, talk to me. Also, Thor Shazam is a fucking treat. Otherwise, yeah, I will see you in a week at the most. Maybe one of these days I'll convince some people to play Hightail with me, and I still want to get a group together to play No Man's Skies.
It's fun. It's
I want to
fun.
do a Star Wars-esque, just a troop of sick boys and gals running through the galaxy doing cool shit. Because boy, that game by yourself is lonely.
It's very relaxing to me.
Yeah,
Like just go, like travel to a new system, just go vibe, like explore planets. I'm down.
Just look around. And then I told Doug that you could, like, apparently now, like, take over a town.
You can get settlements,
Yeah, and then you can make them do work. And he was like, "Oh God, I can make giant space factories full of workers." I don't know about
that exactly. It's cool though because you
don't ruin his illusions, Ryan.
I won't, but it's fun. I mean, it's fun because you get to like decide things, and there'll be like disputes, and you can build
ships. The new ships look sick.
There are so many new ships. There's one that's they called it like the Corvette class.
Yeah, you can get capital ships now with like crews.
Yep. Yeah. I have a freighter, but I don't. I think I started to make a Corvette, but I don't like doing that. So, but I love my ship because my little ship is this very like cute stripped down Sentinel ship. It's dope.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Sentinel ships are cool looking. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would love to get, like I said, get a group of them together, have our own little tiny fleet going through the universe. Still need to play No Man's Skies, and not No Man's Skies, Sea of Thieves, and yes, Shaggy, or not yet, Shaggy, Spike. I know we need a Fortnite. I'm just waiting on you guys to tell me.
Sure.
When we get a Fortnite. But I also put the pitch out there. Hightail. Let's play some fucking Hightail. It's great. It's really good. It's like D&D Minecraft. We can build our own stuff, but also there's a lot of running down in dungeons and killing stuff. And going on ventures. And I love a good venture. All right. Have a good night. Some of you I'll see tomorrow. Some of you I'll see Sunday morning. And some of you I will never see again. So
oh, holy crap, we're going down. This is not good. Oh jeez, what's going to happen? Oh no! I can't believe it. Breathe, hold me. I think I crushed my Winnebago. Did you know that she was part of the royal family?